I go out by myself and I look across the water, and I think of all the things what you're doing. In my head I paint a picture, 'cause since I come on home, well, my body's been a mess, and I miss your ginger hair and the way you like to dress. I want you to come on over, stop making a fool out of me. Why don't you come on over, Valerie? Valerie. Valerie. Did you have to go to jail and put your house up for sale? Did you get a good lawyer? I hope you didn't catch a 10. I hope you find the right man who fix it for you. And now you're shopping anywhere, change the color of your hair, and now you're busy. And did you have to pay that fine that you were dodging all the time? Are you still dizzy? 'Cause since I come on home, well, my body's been dead, and I miss your ginger hair and the way you like to dress. I want you to come on over, stop making a fool out of me. Why don't you come on over, Valerie? Valerie. 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 Well, sometimes I go out by myself and I look across the water, and I think of all the things what you're doing. In my head I paint a picture, 'cause since I come on home, well, my body's been a mess, and I miss your ginger hair and the way you like to dress. I want you to come on over, stop making a fool out of me. Yeah. Why don't you come on over, Valerie? Valerie. Valerie. Valerie.
It's lunchtime and the Brooklyn Cafe is open for business. Live from the Amp Media Studios, Dawn and Freddie S. and their team are ready to serve up a huge portion of fun for lunch with friends and neighbors. So let's break open that lunch pail and unwrap that sandwich you brought and take a front row seat in the Brooklyn Cafe and get ready to enjoy some humor and hot topics. It's time to get a healthy serving of hope and happiness to help your day go by with a smile. Your hosts, Dawn and Freddie S., are ready to talk about food, health, dating, or just plain dream making. If you have a story to share, movie review, restaurant critique, or just a coincidental thing that happened to you, call in toll free 888-994-4995, Studio A right now. Sit back and enjoy your lunch break at the Brooklyn Cafe. Here are your hosts, Dawn and Freddie S.
Welcome, welcome, welcome. How you like a new voice in the studio?
Pretty amazing, right?
She's pretty good.
That was the voice of Manuela Toretto, and we're going to get a chance
We have to give her a
interview
stage
her
name.
as well. Why, that's too many words for you?
It's too long.
Manuela?
That's interesting.
Just Manuela?
That's interesting.
That's her name.
I know, but the stage name, something stagey.
How do you like that? Totally hadn't heard any of her music before. I was going in full faith that her mother and my aura reading, my chakra healing energy worker was leading me in the right direction.
Well, her
Sure
other
enough,
daughter is an artist, did you see?
she showed me that one picture she did of Frida Kahlo, which was incredible. And she's in Brazil. Who knew?
That's a tough family to be a part of. All of them are like superstars, and the bar keeps growing
All
and
the
going.
spiritualness of what it is between all, right?
Gotta tell you, it's always nice to have a new superstar in the rising
Which was really nice.
to come in here, because it's nice to be able to share that. So we're going to be seeing more of Manuela if we have our way out there. Johnny Milner can't be here today, but he should be. And I asked him to be here for the next 3 days.
He's been a little busy, what can I tell you? But it's nice to have her in the studio, things to do, where our crew is learning and doing what they do best. And they're learning their thing. I like when Jalen says to you, Freddie, come on, you know how to do this. You taught us.
No, I just wanted to make sure, everybody has their own way of doing things. I wanted to make sure I follow the bouncing ball. But it's great. They got a countdown. I never put a countdown on the screen before.
So you had a good morning in between the morning show and the midday?
Huh?
We had a great show we did. We did Baximi and ISO. We were able to do Hello, Your Health is Calling. And that was her second show with Sue Kostick.
I was on with Mohila and my driver's license, which
Who's
is lost.
Mohila?
That's another people that I owe money to that's completely gotten lost.
Okay.
And I missed the show. I have to watch it.
But
What was it about?
it was talking about your gut-brain connection and what you eat and how it affects your brain and different foods, anti-inflammatory foods, the foods that can make you break out because it's irritating to your gut. So next week, she's going to go more into the specifics of certain things. Because I say, I eat a lot of yogurt and dairy because I'm always trying to watch my weight, but then it makes me break out. So then, like, what are other options to do? And
There
things like
seems to
that.
be something wrong with eating that much yogurt.
Why?
Because
I've run out
yogurt,
of options on what to eat is the issue.
what is yogurt made of?
Milk?
Sour milk.
No.
Yeah, they let it go sour and they make yogurt.
I
out
eat
of
a
it.
lot of Greek yogurt because I've run out of foods that I can eat quickly. Because who's going to sit here and eat a salad? We're lucky we have time to eat lunch half the time. So it's like whatever you can grab. And I know that's like terrible as far as gut health. So she's going to talk about some ideas, some testimonials, and get more into that next week also.
I like it.
But a nice show. She gave resources and everything's there talking about energy, how to de-stress, exercise and diet, and working with your mindset.
It's true, because when you stress, you eat junk. It's funny, when you eat junk, your body says,
Let me have another
I'm
one.
not stressed no more, and then it makes you sick. 'Cause
Or then you
shouldn't
have
be
another
eating
piece of junk.
it. Well, you can't just have one chocolate chip cookie, one potato chip. Who does that?
So, but it was a good show. It's part of the Reinvented Life Network with Pamela Chanel David and host Sue Kostick. And we've got more shows coming, some more to come with that. You can
And
check.
Pamela's tomorrow?
Pamela is next Tuesday.
So Tuesday and Thursday so far?
Tuesday and Thursday so far.
Oh.
And I think my Beach Jam, I think is the name of it, is going to be starting on Wednesdays on the 17th. So that's coming up. Things that wash up in life.
That's interesting. There's a
Right?
lot of play on words here.
Things that wash up in life, and I keep thinking about all the things. I always call them speed bumps, but I like that way they do the play on words and what washes
Wash up
into
on
life. From the the beach is nice and peaceful, but life just washes up on you, and sometimes you just got to figure it out as you go along.
I like that.
So things to do. But we're going to talk to Manuela,
Yes.
see what she's got going on. You got a mic over there, Manuela,
On disease?
on the Z's.
I'm,
It's on Z1.
I'm curious
you
to
can take
find.
it. You can take it out of the stand for you.
I'm curious to find out more about what she does and how she does it. And she's been in plays and she's been on stage and everything else. The only thing she hasn't done is a concert, which I think we could maybe do something about that.
She's adorable. She's
I would love
beautiful.
to. Thank you.
And you write your own music, I hear.
I write my own music. I have a little home studio that I'm building, and I record everything from home. I write my music myself. I'm starting to produce my own beats also. So, yeah.
What's your inspiration for music?
Amy Winehouse, for sure. She is probably like top one on my list. And then other jazz singers as well, but her for sure.
What
So-
is it, her tone?
So that's the tone, the jazz. We were just talking about that. You have like a jazzy, you do that on purpose.
Yes, thank you. Yes, yeah, it is. It's literally what I love to sing, and I also love to sing like bossa nova songs, which is like Brazilian style, but it kind of has that same tone and jazzy feel to it. So I love singing anything bossa nova too. I will be singing a bossa nova song today, so you guys can see that as well.
How did you get into music?
I've liked music ever since I can remember. Ever since I was like 2, I've been able to talk. So ever since I started talking, I started singing. And I was just singing up and down the house nonstop. But like really hard songs like Adele, for some reason, I would like to sing. And then my mom would just listen to me. And she was like, we need to start showcasing this talent. And I started singing in church, started singing in my school. And it was interesting. I really liked it. And then I moved into musical theater because I could do a little bit of both, because I do like acting too. So I could act, dance, and sing. And it really taught me a lot of like technical things, how to like control my voice, breathing. It was really necessary for me at the time. So I'm really grateful I got that experience to do like musical theater. And yeah.
You went to a school for the arts for high school?
I did, yes. I went to Dillard. And I didn't graduate there, but I did go there for most of my high school years.
And now what are you doing? What are you working on?
Now I'm a marketing manager for a CRM company, and I want to start taking singing and my music career more seriously. So I want to start getting my name out there, and yeah.
Do you do gigs around town? Do you do private events?
Not really, not as of right now, but it is something that I'm looking to do this month, actually. I think I have another, like a live event, so.
Let's start
She's
now.
doing it this month.
I love it, Vivi. Let's start now.
Okay, so call into the show if you have a gig for her to sing at, because we have to do it right now.
Yeah.
888-9944-995, Studio A. You got some more music for us?
I do.
And you write your own, so what
I do.
type of music are you writing?
Okay. I write a little bit of everything, mainly jazz, but I like writing a lot of sad songs, which is...
I was going to ask you, because jazz has a lot of sad music
Yeah.
to it.
So, yeah, I write a lot of sad songs, love songs, too. I write sort of anything that I feel.
Sad love songs? Is that what you're
Sad
saying?
love songs. And love songs, too, like separate, not sad, but...
Breakup songs?
Breakup songs. I don't know. It's just what comes to me. I try to write more positive things, but for some reason, like, it just comes to me to write about sad, like, heartbreak and things like that. So,
You do the lyrics and the music?
yeah,
And you're recording it at your house?
I am. Hmm.
Wow. What's it like to be surrounded by so much spirituality in your house? We know your mom and dad.
Yes.
Are you like that as well?
Probably not to that extent, but I do consider myself like a spiritual person. I have everything in my house to protect myself, Palo Santo, crystals, sage, everything. So I know how to protect myself from anything, but and I also read tarot cards. So that's another thing. But
She's a gypsy.
yeah.
There's got to be. You don't come from that household without carrying on the bloodline. There's no way not to. So what does that feel like to you? Does it guide you? Do you hear it or feel what's next and what's coming for you? What
It
you wanna
definitely
do?
guides me. A lot of the time, I feel like my ancestors are telling me what to write. Also, a lot of times I'll write something that doesn't necessarily relate to me or what's going on in my life, and I'm like, where did I get this from? Like, I'm not even living this. So I do like to think that it's my ancestors coming back and telling me, like, you should write this. This is what I experienced, and yeah, I think that's it.
Interesting. And you sing and write in Portuguese as well?
I do. I actually feel more comfortable writing in Portuguese, but I do write in English and sing in English as well.
So that's your ancestry coming through.
Yeah.
Jazz Portuguese?
Yeah, actually, bossa nova more in Portuguese is what I write. Jazz is more English. It's easier to write it in English. But
You know any jazz clubs you can get her into?
oh, I would love to go to a jazz club. I was just mentioning that the other
I
day.
think she's even old enough to be in a jazz club.
She can't drink, but she can sing. Yeah,
Well, my birthday's
she's
in
gonna be
May.
21 in May, right? So she's going to be old enough to do anything and everything.
Actually, I spoke to JoJo, and she opened up the on the greens. And if I send her up there, she'll put her in to sing. It's like 250 people there right now.
Up in Melbourne Beach.
Wow.
We should definitely send her up to Melbourne to sing at JoJo's.
Well,
Cheers on
she
the
goes,
Beach,
we
and the
all
other
gotta
one.
go because we gotta film it.
Would you travel to Melbourne?
I would go.
She ain't gonna say no right now. She's
I'm not
gonna
saying
tell
no.
me she wants a booking right now.
Interesting. All right, let's take a commercial break. When we come back, more music with, what are we going to call her, Manuela?
Manuela.
We're going more music with Manuela. More to come on the other side of this commercial break. You can follow us on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube at the Brooklyn Cafe TV for exclusive behind-the-scenes content and exclusive music. More to come on the other side of this break, and we'll be right back.
Do you have an idea for a show or a podcast? Do you want the opportunity to be on TV? Amp Media Productions is partnered with True Oldies Real Radio Station and powered by many online platforms such as Roku, Facebook, YouTube, and even Amazon Fire to help amplify your impact. Do you want your voice to reach a wide audience? Call us today at 866-224-5422.
Le Sorel Restaurant, home of the authentic Italian tradition, offers a large menu that consists of seafood, steak, homemade pasta, brick oven pizza, and homemade desserts including a wide wine selection. We also have the best bar in Boca Raton with delicious cocktails, homemade limoncello, cappuccino, Italian espresso, brandy, and other specialties, open every day with a lunch and dinner menu. For more information or to make a reservation, contact lesorelrestaurant.com or call 561-235-5301.
Amp Media Productions is excited to announce our expansion into North Miami. With our experienced team of radio and TV professionals, we are dedicated to bringing North Miami the highest quality audio and visual production services. Whether you need radio or television commercials, podcasts, music videos, or audio and visual storytelling, we can provide the solutions to help you reach your goals. Our team is reliable, innovative, and creative, and we're ready to help you develop the perfect product. With our competitive rates and personalized service, you can trust that your project is in the best hands. Contact us today to get started on your project. 866-224-5422.
Looking for art to add to your collection? Well, look no further. Here at Amp Media Studios, we house tons of art, ranging from abstract paintings to realistic portraits. Come on in and find the art that fits your home. Any and all art is up for sale, so pick yours up today. Stop by at 2400 Northwest 2nd Avenue, Boca Raton, Florida 33431. See you there!
Being a successful woman in business means having the courage to own who you are. We understand the challenges faced by women, and we are here to help. Our team is here to develop the best strategy designed just for you. Your path is unique, and with the right tools, you can accomplish your dream. From radio to TV, from podcasting to magazines, we create the visibility to amplify your impact in business. At New Dawn Media, we are here to help bring your message forward and help your business flourish. It is time for your message to be seen and your voice to be heard. Contact us at 866-224-5422 or brooklyncafe.tv. Your voice can make a difference.
You've been watching the Brooklyn Cafe Show. Join us each day and after hours as we talk about the hot topics to open the conversations and share a few laughs. Now, back to Dawn and Freddie S.
I love you much. It's not enough. You love Flo and I love her. And life is like a pie, and I'm a tiny penny rolling up the walls inside. We only said goodbye with words. I died 100 times. You go back to her and I'll go back to her. We only said goodbye with words. I died 100 times. You go back to her and I'll go back to her. I'll go back to we only said goodbye with words. I died 100 times. You go back to her and I'll go back to we only said goodbye with words. I died 100 times. You go back to her and I'll go back to Thank you.
Beat that goes with that music, and the way she's presenting it is kind of cool. I came up with another
I'm
idea.
listening to Freddie's commentary as you're singing, which is pretty interesting. He's like, hear that? Here it comes. Hear that? Here it comes. Let's wait for the bridge. There it is. I'm like, wow.
Well, she has a very distinctive voice, and you can pick up where she pushes the passion, and then she slows it down. And again, that must be your background singing with the jazz, because you have a tendency of slowing her down, and then you speed it up, so you sort of commingle the different sounds. So, and I can hear it, I can feel it, I can see it, I can hear it.
That's awesome. That's the whole point.
Hit that light. I have another idea that I think that I want to do is I want to record her singing a few songs after the show, and then use it in the future, and just put the word out, because nobody sees you coming. You understand? That's the secret to this business. It's all the people that have had hits is because they got a one-hit wonder, and then it exploded, and then it went viral, and then
That's true.
a smart marketer got together and they put it all over the place. So
Yeah.
what's the matter? What are you looking at?
I'm just thinking about Vivi, because nothing this one does is by accident. So there was a reason she reached out. You have a mic there. I'm going to put Mom on mic if we can adjust the camera also. There's a reason she showed up last week, as of all weeks, right? And did what she's been doing. She's working
But she's been here before.
for all of my stuff. Yeah, but she's
just
never
goes on.
told
It
us
just
about
goes
Manuela before. And there was something about, I don't know, last week when you asked me about bringing her in. What about the timing, or what was it for you that you said now's the time?
Yeah, I don't know, because I never saw anybody singing here. And last week when I saw the guy, I was like, wow, that would be a good opportunity for Manuela to come, because I'm always looking for something to, so she can show her talent. You know, I think it's always like she can do that right now, and she's working at office. I know it's a good job and everything, but I know it's not her. You know, like she has a good soul, and I think it's the time to start. And that she starts like last month to say, I'm going to start to work on my social media, and it's something I need to do. And she also is looking for her own more material for her studio, more equipment. And I said, so that's the time to start, you know, like you know the talent is there, for sure.
Got to put your all into it.
I think Baxton inspired Vivi to have Manuela come in.
Well, the object of the game is mom is the best agent. And it's funny because I know people that watch the show and they end up calling the singers. I personally know them. And you know, your career has to be done, like mom will tell you, it has to be done with a growth spurt. You got to do it correctly so that you're not taken advantage of and everything else. But I mean, you have the tools, obviously.
Yeah, and I went to another studio to do a podcast, and the girl is a singer as well. And I told her, you know, like I have my daughter, and I said, you know, but sometimes the people listen to it and it's just like a mother thought, you know, like. So she went there to actually talk to her, and she said, "Wow, your mother was not kidding." Yeah.
Were you on a podcast?
No, it wasn't a podcast. I actually went to go take singing lessons with her.
Oh, okay.
So we actually recorded something too that day. But yeah, I was telling her, like, usually, like, your mom is always going to support you no matter what. She's always going to say you sound amazing, you look amazing. But that's not, like, what everybody thinks. Like, that's mom brain and heart. So she was definitely surprised. She was definitely...
It's funny because I was thinking about it because we booked you to come in today, and I didn't really tell you who was coming because you were going to say to me, did you hear her sing? Is she good? What kind of music? So I didn't say anything because I didn't have any of those answers. I just went with my gut and my trust in Vivi to say, we're good, we got this. So, and of course, she's incredible.
Well, we
you.
did the Javits Center.
Kravis.
The Kravis Center. What do I keep calling it Javits? Because that's
New
New York. The Kravis Center, and we saw the Gypsy Nation perform. But what they don't talk about is the show was open with his wife. And his wife is a jazz singer. She's a famous jazz singer. And we were in the dressing room in the back, and she was just telling us about new kids coming into the business, because she's also a teacher. And she was trying to explain, because her son was there, to us and to him, that you can be the best jazz singer in the world. And then you go to an event, or you go to a contest, or you go to a singer, and they're just not hearing what you're singing. It doesn't mean you're a bad singer. It's just not what they can hear. It's not what they feel. It's they're having a bad day. It doesn't make a difference what it is. So they'll tell you thank you very much, and then you don't hear from them. And people stop because they say, oh, you know, I was a failure.
Yeah.
I was this, I was that, I was this, I was that. So we got together with a gentleman by the name of Johnny Melnick, and we don't have that rule here. Here you sing. You got to bring the best of who you are, of course.
Yeah, of course.
But here it's like a test tube where you get to do certain things with certain people. The one thing that's been missing here is that I haven't been able to put two ingredients together, or two different people who don't know each other. We've tried, but I guess it's challenging to get that done. So my word of advice is it doesn't really matter what anybody knows, because you know you can sing. Mom knows you can sing.
Yeah.
And the object of the game is that time will catch up to who you are. I said the same thing
That's true.
to Kendra. I think it was 10 years ago. And then we met her at iHeart. And then Kendra now is doing movies, and she's in LA, and she's in and she's in Las Vegas, and she's in Houston. She's all over the place. But the object of the game is that you have everything in front of you. You just have to keep that desire. And I'm glad that you did bring her here, because we got to hear her. And the way Mom delivers is unlike anybody else in the business. You know, when she tells you that she shows you who you are through your aura and things of that nature, you look at her a little bit different. You know, the red hair, I mean, everything's going on there. Got a lot of stuff going on there.
I laugh because she's so protected, and there's so many guys with her, that for her to even doubt that she's not going to succeed, I'm like, of course you're going to.
Oh my God.
Because you've got so many great guardians with you that are protecting you and guiding you.
You're right.
On the next step for you. There should be no doubts in your mind. That's why I'm looking at you laughing about where you're going, because the sky's the limit for you.
Yeah.
It's where you want it to go, and that's only you can decide that.
That's right. Wow. Thank you. That's true.
And I'm thinking, why don't you have a performance page, and where's your singing page, and you do marketing for a living?
I know. I know. I need to do better. It's just I'm so focused on that marketing. I haven't focused on marketing myself, but it's definitely going to be a priority.
But that's the tendency. You know, we always put ourselves next to last. But the object of the game is that you know you're talented and you are the best at who you are.
Thank
and
you.
you just got to keep going and growing. And every day you're going to learn a little bit more.
Yeah.
You're going to learn what you, and I like the fact that you like the challenging songs. You're not afraid of it.
Oh yeah.
Did you have formal training at school?
No.
That's just you?
That's just me. Yeah. I didn't take like any vocal lessons really ever. I took like one that she just was talking about. That was my only vocal lesson ever. I just kind of went with my gut.
She went there. My friend said, "You don't need any lessons."
Yeah, she told me you don't gotta come back. It's okay.
Wow. You should have to do a duet with Baxter.
Do you play instruments? We should.
I can play a little bit of guitar, but very, very basic, very minimal.
You're thinking, I know.
Well, you know what it is? I always wondered, like we have May 14th, we have the JC concert. And people know JC, so that's a whole different kettle of fish. And I was talking to Johnny that I wanted to do a concert for people that aren't known, what's up, Moscow? That aren't known, that are new to the business. Because, you know, music is like, it's like what you do. Music is all about energy. And when people don't know you're coming or they don't know what to expect and you blow up a stage, everybody's like, what just happened?
Yeah.
And I've been to concerts like that. I used to go to Central Park. I got to meet Diana Ross, and she did this. She put in some new singers in there that never had been on the stage before. And they were nervous, you could tell. Yeah. And Central Park, it was a free concert. It was called Free Concerts in the Park. It was packed. There must have been, I don't know, 1,000 people there. Forget about it. And it always hit me that first song, like what you did today, it just blows you away. And it takes you to things that you remember, you know, the songs that you're singing, there's history on those songs. And then you see the energy, and it just filters, and it keeps going and going. So I'm excited to see what's going to happen to you in the next 5 years.
Thank you. I'm excited too.
All right, we're going to take a quick commercial break. When we come back, we'll have Manuela maybe have 2 more songs for us.
2 more songs.
All right, some more music coming your way, and then maybe we'll get a 5th song. We'll get Baxter in here now that Mod Squad's in the house.
Could be interesting.
Do a duet with you. That'd be kind of cool. Nothing like putting everyone on the spot here in the studio.
Well, it's interesting.
All right. More to come on the other side of this commercial break. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Do you want the opportunity to have a TV show or podcast? Now, at Amp Media Productions, you can host your very own visual broadcast anywhere around the world. With our talented group of creators, we will provide you with show elements, board operations, and any on-screen visuals you'd like to showcase. All you must do is log onto your computer and communicate with your viewers. Contact Amp Media Productions at 866-224-5422 or email hello@amp2.tv to start your own show today.
What if this happened to you when you're alone? Or what if it happened here? With MedGuard Alert, you're never alone. You can connect with medical professionals anywhere, anytime. And now MedGuard is introducing our exclusive new Care Watch. If you need help quickly, use it from anywhere to contact medical professionals. No cell phone required. The Care Watch is not only a life-saving medical alert device, it's a revolutionary health monitoring system that checks your blood pressure, heart rate, oxygen saturation, and much more. And here's the best part. If you have Medicaid, you may qualify to get your Care Watch for free. The Care Watch is only available through MedGuard Alert. Call us right now. We have monitoring programs starting as low as $1 a day. The call is free, activation is free, shipping is free, and no contract is required. Remember, with Medicaid, you may qualify to get your Care Watch for free. Don't wait. Call us to get your Care Watch right now. Operators are standing by.
Born in Marseille, France, Max Lazega creates whimsical and free-flowing interpretive art. His 40 years in the construction industry created the foundation for his craft. His unique work displays his view of the future with bold and playful combinations of materials and processes, but the methodology remains consistent. He fuses recycled materials and discarded building supplies into a fresh, well-executed approach. Lazega has lived in Miami, Florida most of his life, where he pursues his lifelong passion of creating industrial art. For more information, contact Max Lazega at artworkstudios.org or 786-326-8873. Love the Brooklyn Cafe? Don't miss out on some of the latest merch we have available. Need a new shirt? The Brooklyn Cafe has you covered. We have a variety of shirts in all sizes, ranging from the classic cafe shirt to the highly coveted colorful hot dog shirt. Need something for cold weather? Why not grab one of our cafe hoodies? Or you can snuggle up with one of our soft silk touch fabric blankets. The Brooklyn Cafe has everything you need, from clothing about the show to our signature coffee blends and mugs. Get it while supplies last.
Stephanie Jaffe is a world-renowned artist who creates one-of-a-kind pieces. Using a keen sense of color and composition, her vibrant collages and mosaics integrate eclectic elements such as vintage keepsakes and fine china with blown glass and fired clay to create whimsical arrangements. For more information about her work, come down to the Brooklyn Cafe TV studio or go to stephaniejaffeart.com.
Do you suffer from neuropathy? Maybe you do, and you don't even know it. Do you have numbness, pain, burning, or tingling in your hands and feet? Muscle weakness, loss of balance, muscle twitching? Are you not sleeping? Does it feel like pins and needles in your hands and feet? Maybe you don't even have any feeling at all. These symptoms can make life unbearable, but there is help at the Lighthouse Medical Center. Call 754-222-6642 for a no-charge consultation and say goodbye to your neuropathy symptoms. That is 754-222-6642, or visit us online at lighthousemedicalcenter.com.
You've been watching the Brooklyn Cafe Show. Join us each day and after hours as we talk about the hot topics to open the conversations and share a few laughs. Now, back to Dawn and Freddie S.
Your beauty is beyond compare, with flaming locks of auburn hair, with ivory skin, eyes of emerald green. Your smile is like a breath of spring, your voice is soft like summer rain, and I cannot compete with you, Jolene. He talks about you in his sleep, there's nothing I can do to keep from crying when he calls your name, Jolene. And I can easily understand how you could easily take my man, but I don't know how that means to me, Jolene. Jolene, 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 Jolene. I'm begging of you, please don't take my man. Jolene, 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 Jolene. Please don't take him just because you can. You could have your choice of man, but I could never love again. He's the only one for me, Jolene. I had to have this talk with you. My happiness depends on you and whatever you decide to do, Jolene. Jolene, 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 Jolene. I'm begging of you, please don't take my man. Jolene, 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 Jolene. Please don't take him just because you can. Jolene, Jolene.
Nice.
We're gonna keep you right there. They're gonna set up another mic so Baxton can do his thing. So if you want to set that up, I gotta tell you, she has a very unique sound. And what's interesting is that you pick certain songs. Some of them are really, really hard for a jazz singer to sing. Like the last one you just sang.
How do
That's
you choose
hard.
the songs that you want to sing? Because you sang 4 very different songs. I love the Portuguese song you did.
So let's put you over here so they can set up around you. So you can talk into that mic, and then they'll set it up so we can. You just let me know when you guys are ready. It doesn't matter. Take your time. Just make sure it's right. But I got to tell you that the last one you sang, I was in the back with another producer, and we're listening. You're not afraid to try hard music. That last one is hard.
That was, yeah.
There's
and
a lot of
especially like I thought I was gonna get a little break. It was like one song and then that one, but I don't care. I'll give it my all.
The funny thing is, yesterday when Bill was doing put the track, he said, "Why she choose so strong song, hard to sing?"
Yeah.
I can't believe she hasn't had any formal training either.
But she's not afraid. You see, a lot of singers are fearful that people are going to criticize them for doing something that's above their octave. You know, sometimes, but that last one you sang has a lot of different octaves. Yeah. It goes up, it goes down, it goes smooth, it goes, and then you always have that jazz beat attached to it. So I was talking to G-Man, and we're listening, and then C-Square came out, and she was talking about the music, and I mean, everybody came to the same conclusion. That was a tough song.
I think Beyonce just did that, didn't she, with Dolly Parton?
She did, yeah.
Have you heard her new album?
I have not heard her new album yet, but I need to. Then I did listen to that that cover that she did. Miley Cyrus also does like an amazing job with that song. She has like a real country voice, so it fits it perfectly.
Well, you know Dolly Parton, right?
Of course.
You know you have a little bit of her twinge.
Wow. Thank you. That's a compliment if I've ever heard one.
I went to the back to see who came to mind, and that's exactly who came to mind when I heard your voice. You have the tail end of when you say your lyrics, tail end towards what she does, because she vibrates the endings as well.
Yeah.
I used to hang out in jazz clubs when I was your age.
Oh,
in New York City, all over the place. It was my friends all thought I was nuts, because I used to love it. It's so stimulating.
It is. It's amazing.
And there's a lot of blood, sweat, and tears that go into it, and she writes it. So when she says love songs and that's what that music is all about. Have you ever been to New Orleans?
No, not yet.
Mom has to take you.
Yeah, Mom.
Because when you go, you're not going to want to leave that town. That is a full-blown loving jazz center.
Wow.
And you're going to
we
say,
gotta
wow,
go.
I'm home.
I definitely want to go.
It's a whole lot of give, as they
Have
say.
Danielle come in and do some of her headshots, Vivi. Let Danielle do some of her headshots.
Yeah, she has a sex with Danielle next week. Next week, right?
Next week.
Of course she does.
Yeah, for my birthday. So
Of course you do.
Well, I think
Of course.
I like to record.
I love when my guardians talk to their guardians, and like here we go.
I like to record your music to go with those photos, and I like to just put it out there and see what happens, and put it on some shows and some openings and things of that nature, because it's just a good feel, you know. It's a good feel that you got going. You guys set up?
thank you.
What are you going to sing, Bax?
We are going to sing Can't Help Falling in Love, Elvis Presley. That's what we agreed on, right?
Yes.
See, Bax, and you were the inspiration for Vivian to ask me about bringing Manuela in when you opened on the show last week.
Do you remember what it was?
I don't remember what you did, but she said, could we bring in Manuela because she was so impressed by you.
Thank you very much.
Yes, for sure.
See that? More things to come. Have you recorded any of your music yet?
Yes. Yeah, I have.
Do you have any that we can listen to after the show?
Maybe.
She's still an artist.
Maybe.
All right, we're going to move you over there with Baxton. And we're going to have her set up and do what they got to do.
And we're going to sign out.
And what else we got ready for tonight? We've got a full slate of shows coming tonight.
We got a lot of stuff going on tonight.
We got a lot of
all
stuff.
starts at 5 now?
4, actually. Today I've got a recording at 4. We've got Artist Loft today at 5. They're going to be joining us every week at Amp Media Studios for the Artist Loft at 5 o'clock in April. Then we've got I'll Counter You and Your Doctor at 6:30. Making Money with Laura Sanders at 7. And then 7:30 is Sunscape Boca Raton. So a full afternoon lineup of shows.
Good stuff.
Keep everyone rolling. Got some more cameras to put in play. See what else we got.
Well, this is going to be lovely. This is going to be good. That's pretty good, guys.
All right, you guys ready? Yes. All right.
All right, so we're going to say goodbye. We're going to hand it over. We'll see you guys tomorrow morning.
Have a great afternoon. Enjoy this impromptu music. We'll see you tomorrow morning, 9 a.m. drive time.
Don't be late.
Darling, so it goes.
have an idea for a show or a podcast? Do you want the opportunity to be on TV? Amp Media Productions is partnered with True Oldies Real Radio Station and powered by many online platforms such as Roku, Facebook, YouTube, and even Amazon Fire to help amplify your impact. Do you want your voice to reach a wide audience? Call us today at 866-224-5422.
Les Sorel Restaurant, home of the authentic Italian tradition, offers a large menu that consists of seafood, steak, homemade pasta, brick oven pizza, and homemade desserts including a wide wine selection. We also have the best bar in Boca Raton with delicious cocktails, homemade limoncello, cappuccino, Italian espresso, brandy, and other specialties. Open every day with a lunch and dinner menu. For more information or to make a reservation, contact lesorelrestaurant.com or call 561-235-5301.
Amp Media Productions is excited to announce our expansion into North Miami. With our experienced team of radio and TV professionals, we are dedicated to bringing North Miami the highest quality audio and visual production services. Whether you need radio or television commercials, podcasts, music videos, or audio and visual storytelling, we can provide the solutions to help you reach your goals. Our team is reliable, innovative, and creative, and we're ready to help you develop the perfect product. With our competitive rates and personalized service, you can trust that your project is in the best hands. Contact us today to get started on your project. 866-224-5422.
Looking for art to add to your collection? Well, look no further. Here at Amp Media Studios, we house tons of art, ranging from abstract paintings to realistic portraits. Come on in and find the art that fits your home. Any and all art is up for sale, so pick yours up today. Stop by at 2400 Northwest 2nd Avenue, Boca Raton, Florida 33431. See you there!
Being a successful woman in business means having the courage to own who you are. We understand the challenges faced by women, and we are here to help. Our team is here to develop the best strategy designed just for you. Your path is unique, and with the right tools, you can accomplish your dream. From radio to TV, from podcasting to magazines, we create the visibility to amplify your impact in business. At New Dawn Media, we are here to help bring your message forward and help your business flourish. It is time for your message to be seen and your voice to be heard. Contact us at 866-224-5422 or brooklyncafe.tv. Your voice can make a difference.
You've been watching the Brooklyn Cafe Show. Join us each day and after hours as we talk about the hot topics to open the conversations and share a few laughs. Now, back to Dawn and Freddie S.
This a world. Hit it, baby! Come on! Woo!
Friday night and the lights are low.
looking out to the place to go, where to play the rock music, getting in the swing. You're gonna look for good. Come on up here. Anybody can be that guy. Night is young and the music's high. With a bit of rock music, everything is fine. You're in a good place. Woo! And when you get the chance, you are the dancing queen, young and sweet, only 17. Dancing queen, feel the beat of the tambourine, oh yeah. And you can dance, you can jam, having the time of your life. Ooh, see that girl, watch that scene, digging the dancing queen. Woo! You're a tear, so you turn them on. Leave them burning and then you're gone. Looking out for another, anyone will do. You're in the mood for dance. And when you get the chance, you are the dancing queen, young and sweet, only 17. Woo! Dancing queen, feel the beat of the tambourine, oh yeah. And you can dance, you can jam, having the time of your life. Ooh, see that girl, watch that scene, taking the dancing queen. Woo! Taking the dancing queen. See that girl, watch that scene, taking the dancing queen. Oh, mamma mia! Woo!
And Grace is back.
Welcome back. So speaking of the J.C. Dreesen concert, we have another one coming up on May 14th at the Movies of Delray. VIP tickets are $23 and general admission is $18. That is May 14th at the Movies of Delray to see J.C. Dreesen.
Very nice. Another opportunity to see the dancing. You make it easy and fun, Freddie, is all I can tell you.
I just want to crawl on the road.
It's all good. Things to do, people to
And
see.
they warned me. She did warn me. She did warn me.
Jalen did?
Jalen warned me. You sure you want this one? But I didn't read the signs. I thought maybe something happened. I'm going to start drinking heavy tonight.
I think Baxton started this morning on the morning show with his, I don't know what that was, Honey Jameson or something.
Is that what it is he's drinking?
No, he's not drinking, but he put it out there. I don't know what happened. This morning show was a whole nother level of craziness, right?
That was. Oh, that's the the brandy. It's good stuff. It just gets more interesting as it goes along.
I think it's just your mindset. I think Helen put you in a mindset yesterday of perplexity.
Did I hear right? Were you singing? Were you guys singing before with Baxton over there?
Yeah.
No. Yeah, you were singing.
I wasn't singing.
Were you singing?
I was badly singing. Sure you were saying, I'm just Ken, and so am I. We gotta switch that camera.
I Am Ken is a song.
I still haven't seen it. Anyway, Sally, what's happening with
She hasn't seen Barbie.
It's on HBO Max.
I haven't seen it yet. Call me Zena. Where are we going with your show? What are the things we're working on doing?
Well, I think a lot of people that have seen my show, maybe the last 8 or 9 shows, it seems to have taken a deeper, this is what I'm hearing. I mean, I get the messages, but I think I'm changing a little bit with this. I'm going a
I
little
think
bit.
you're changing a lot, not a little bit.
I am?
Yeah.
Okay. I wasn't, I mean, I know I
You
am.
used to be a
but
righty, now you're a lefty.
I need balance, right and left.
Why
But
do you think you're changing?
I don't know. Maybe it's getting more into, and you guys certainly contribute because you ask me the most amazing questions because I'm listening to it. I don't remember what I talk about, but I seem to be giving an answer more. It's hard for me to explain myself because first of all, I don't honestly remember, what I talk about until I see it. But if it's possible to go deeper into spirituality, this is the only way I can mention it. I think that I'm getting more messages, more meaningful messages, let's say. It's hard to explain. I don't know.
Well,
You got me off guard here.
This solar plex of, what is this thing with the planet?
The eclipses?
The eclipses is making a solar plex, same difference. Solar plex? Yes. It's the
That sounds
inner,
like a
it's the
body.
inner, it's the inner thoughts, it's the inner thoughts of the body is what this eclipse is doing. It's making you think more about yourself.
So it's actually affecting me?
Yeah.
It is, because a lot of the people, especially on my Facebook, I have a lot of people that relate to what I talk about. They also talk about the same things. And they have mentioned a few things, and every symptom that they're saying, if you're getting into, let's say, more into spirituality is what I do, the signs and how you're feeling are going to be more emphasized. I mean, if I'm feeling a little bit, let's say, crazy.
Well, you should have been here this morning.
It has, huh?
You should have been here this morning.
Okay, what happened?
Oh my God, all the crazies were out.
In spirit or actually in here?
Actually in here.
In here.
Are they all arrived here?
I don't
They
even
were all
know.
in the morning
Are they
show.
still here?
No.
No,
They
they're
all
not.
left?
That's why it's quiet in here.
I was wondering
Oh,
what happened.
I didn't know that.
When did they all leave?
I have no idea.
I
I think they
saw
left
them.
at noon.
Yeah, I saw them. They took an Uber. Everybody, it's like 12
So
clown
what, they
cars.
just accumulated here for, did you invite them or?
12 clowns came out of a car, and I saw them. run back into-
Really?
Yeah.
Did you know them?
Kind of.
This is important.
We kind of know them.
Yeah, we
They
know
kind of
them.
work
They're
here.
here.
Oh, they work here, so you knew who they were?
Yeah, but they were from another planet this morning.
Okay, so what happened?
So confused.
The energy is affecting people that are a little bit.
God, the energy, they were sideways, upside down, inside out. They didn't shut the hell up.
But it was a good thing, or it was a good thing?
Well, it depends. If you like taking Tylenol for a headache, you're great.
Okay, but the good thing is if you had Tylenol here to take.
That's right. But it was interesting the way you see people.
I think the
submerge.
energy, its movement, it's getting stronger. The nearer we're getting to this eclipse, we're getting into a different energy. That's what I'm hearing. We're getting into a different energy, and it's going to affect more people that are on their path. I mean, we're all on a path, but maybe I'm going to say a little further along on their path, that understand a little bit more. They are going to feel this, definitely. I know I am. You guys are too. Definitely.
If the last 2 days are any indication, I'm going to stay home and wait
This
till
is
the end of
just the
month.
beginning. It's
Because
not
this
until
is
the
just
8th of April.
But thank
right?
you for pointing that out.
What's next week, though?
No, it's
Yeah,
not.
but it's
The
leading
8th.
up to something.
No, it's the end of the month.
The 8th is, no, the eclipse is on the 8th.
No, that's the least of my worries.
Mercury
Everything
retrograde?
else is, yeah, it's just not. People are just insane.
But they're getting there. I mean, it's like when people say when there's a full moon, and they call it lunatic. You know, with
Oh,
lunatic.
that's interesting.
Yeah.
I never thought about that.
Yeah. Because, and
That's
if you know
because they
anyone
turn
that's a
into
nurse or a
werewolves.
doctor, they'll say the hospital. Huh?
People turn into werewolves.
Well, some people might, yeah, but they
That's-
act crazy.
That's during the book. She turns into a werewolf with it.
Oh, I didn't see you there. Hi. Oh,
I'm
okay.
excited. She's starting her show today.
Let me clap. I have to clap.
It's opening night for doing the book.
So
That's
that
great.
explains a lot. Just to
It explains
you
a
know,
lot?
Yes, because the energies are getting a little bit chaotic right now because of what the impending.
Yeah, but the problem is that
eclipse.
people aren't able to control themselves. That's what I'm seeing.
Well, I think if we talk more about it, they may be more aware of what they're doing. I think a lot of people are doing things and they really don't understand why they're doing it. But if you stop say to yourself, that's a little crazy.
They
or,
don't even understand what
No,
it
they
is.
don't. But I think the awareness is what's important. We have to be aware that
Awareness.
something is going on.
So-
I don't have all the answers.
So a
but
crazy
something-
person is aware they're doing something crazy, but it doesn't change anything.
Well, that's
Right.
still, it's up to each one of us. I mean, if you point it out, it might help.
Or not, no.
I think I'm
I think
just
a lot
gonna,
of things
I think I'm
happen.
going to stay home and just stay in bed until the end of the month.
It's not going to be very
No,
productive,
you don't want to
is
do
it?
that.
No.
Because you might find the bed is going to go slowly up and down.
There you go. Thank you for another added on. Like I say, all the wackadoodles are out today in every aspect.
I had to let you know that.
You got
Just
Sarah
carry
coming
on
in
as
today.
Carry on as normal. That's my advice.
That's all you can do, is do what you do.
Right.
Yeah, you got Sarah coming
day
in
at a
tonight.
time.
She'll take you to a whole nother level.
I'm already there. I'm already there.
I don't even know why. So let me ask you, Sally, what do you think is the secret to your success?
You know, success has so many meanings to people. My success right now is feeling that I'm lucky enough to be able to have a platform that I can give my message out to. However, wherever it goes, whatever's happening to it, I'm succeeding in what I'm meant to do. And that's up to people that may listen, people that may not listen. It's okay. I know that I'm doing what I'm meant to do. People may believe me, people may not. But the more that I can come on like I did just now to validate what happened, what it does, it opens people's minds. And if I can do that, I feel that I'm
So
succeeding.
validation of truth for you is your secret is success.
It's success. There's so many different, what, money, could be anything.
How do you feel about being successful?
Well, again, I often point out I really don't have a whole lot of ego into what I'm doing, but my success is also to see the way you presented me the other day with the most watched show on your station. I really, really appreciated that, because that means that there are many people I'm getting to be able to tell my story to of what's happening. That's my success. We all need money because we live in a world where we need money. And obviously, the more money you have, it's better because you can do more things with it. But it's not always about money. It's about other things. And if my message for anybody listening too, we can say, oh yeah, you can say that if you don't have that. I understand that. I've been with and I've been without. Without is not easy. But success is in the mind of the beholder. That's what I'm feeling. That's what they just told me to say. So yeah,
I agree.
Yeah, good.
I agree.
What do you think is the secret to your success?
Just following God's path for my life. And I remember, I had taken my dad to the pulmonist, the lung doctor, before he died. And he looked at me and he said, Dawn, I just want to see you successful. And I said, well, Dad, I am successful. In God's eyes, I'm successful. And I was raising money for charity, and I still am doing that to this day. So to me, it's what God has directed you to do. And if you're following that path that he has placed you on, that's success, because it's his will for your life, and he will guide and direct you, and he will show you, where to turn or wait. I took a pause. I didn't come on and have my own show until
6 years.
Right. So but I was listening to the Holy Spirit saying, no, it's not yet. And then once I said, okay, he's told me it's time. I came in and talked to you guys, and look where it is. Today, I'm so excited.
And you've got 3 sponsors, right?
Huh?
Right, and you've got your sponsors, and
right, I've
you're
got
moving
3.
forward.
I got another one coming on. She's doing tax time, so it's like I don't even bother her. But she'll probably come on in May, and once I have a few shorts that you guys can create for me, I'm going to have my beautiful friend Francesca has offered to reach out to Christian businesses in the community. So
what do you think success is?
Just being at peace at what you're doing and doing God's will. That's success to me, whether money is there or not, because money, like Sally said, the love of money is not good, right? That's of the enemy. But if you have money and you do good things with the money, that's a blessing. And that's, as my heart is that. I want to bless people. I just want to bless people as much as I can, whether it's the word of God or, if I see someone in need, I help them out. you know, that to me is success as being a human being.
I agree with you.
If you're a housewife or a mom, you're a stay-at-home mom, and you raise kids, isn't that success?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely, 100%. It's even more success because they now I don't have kids, but God bless them because they are with their children 24/7. They never get a break. Even if they're out with their girlfriends, they're still thinking about their kids, right? Am I right?
Always.
Yeah. So they have that burden of being a mom. It's joyful, but it's also, it carries a heavy weight with that. So
Yeah, I was thinking this morning, I woke up and I'm like, okay, nobody's flying today. Nobody's got a trip planned right now. I don't have anyone's pet in my house. Everyone is in their homes where they're supposed to
Right.
be for this moment in time. And what a huge relief that was, because I was thinking Aaron and Ashley were going to Paris and they were traveling there, and just knowing they were in another country.
Right.
And they came home, and then Chelsea came here, and then she had to go back, and all the things, right? You're never in a state of, I don't want to say peace, but calmness.
But you can
when you're
be-
always thinking, where are they? And because I'm always worrying where they are. Did they get to work on time? Where
Yeah.
are they?
You know, pray. I would say pray
All
pray
day long.
All day long. Well,
I
and
pray
that's good.
all day from the moment my
Right.
eyes open.
Yes, I do too. I do
all
too.
day, and I've learned how to pray and do this at the same time.
Right.
Right? Because you just do.
Absolutely, you can do that.
And you follow the signs. And Sally, what I was thinking, when you hear the signs, because we had a situation here, something had happened, and Freddie knew I was upset. So when I'm upset, I either drive or I go shopping.
Right.
And it doesn't have to be a lot of money. Like I went to the dollar store this day because that's how I think, like vacuuming. By moving around, I can think clearer. And I got this message of what I needed to do. And it goes something totally against what he and I would ever normally do. And so far, it's worked out. But this voice came and a name came, and this is who I had to call to get to do this next thing. Because I'm always, I think, in prayer, and I
Right.
know the best way, I think, is to go shopping. So
But you know, I guess sometimes when things aren't going right, it kind of motivates you because you start, as you said, you prayed, and something may happen. You go, that's what I'm planning was going to happen. But when it does, it starts to motivate you more to see how you can correct a situation and go forward with what you may not have thought to do because this thing happened, and you're doing something again to correct that. Let's call it negative and positive, however we look at it. If we're getting a bad message, we call it a negative. But again, we can turn a situation around, and I think these things are there to show us things. When things aren't always right, maybe that's not so bad.
Right. No, God, I believe that God protects you from things. And when you hear that voice, that's the Holy Spirit talking
Right.
to you, whether you realize that or not, and following him. If you're on the wrong path, believe me, he'll throw up roadblocks. You know, anytime you want to push something and there's walls, then you're like, okay, step out.
I think the main thing is, and I go along completely, you know, with what you're saying, absolutely, but I think the main thing is for us to trust and believe, no matter what it is, whoever it is, a higher power of any kind, as long as we have that trust that there is something protecting us, it's very important, and I feel that we protect ourselves that way. You know, I mean, there are many people that have different ideas of what, you know, I respect everybody's point of view,
Right.
and I feel that that's correct if they believe that that's correct for them. But the main thing is, and I've said this so many times, believe that there is something, a higher power greater than ourselves, be it God, obviously, to me that's very important. But we have to believe that, and things will correct itself. It
it's
will
funny because
correct.
I'll hear so much noise, so many voices in my head, I don't realize what's in my head until I stop and think, and it's loud, and until you acknowledge that you're hearing it, it gets louder, and this name got louder and louder until I'm like, gotcha, here, you're going to take care of that. Good to go. You hear things.
What's harder to do, to believe in a higher power or to believe in yourself?
Well, I would think if you believe in a higher power, you automatically should start to believe. Not necessarily believe it, but it will show itself, Freddie. I don't say everybody, because they're believing in a higher power, things are going to go right and you can lose faith in yourself. But the first step is believe there's something greater. Well, actually, I believe that's in the program, greater than ourselves that can help us.
You can acknowledge there's something greater, but you have to learn to believe in yourself in order to acknowledge that. How can you
Well,
see
it's like what
something?
comes first, you know?
The chicken or the egg?
No, not at all. How can you believe in something you can't see, you can only feel?
Faith.
If you
That's
can't-
called- that's
It's
why it's
faith.
called faith.
That's why it's
But you
called
can't-
faith.
I,
Yeah,
understand,
first
I
thing.
understand that, but a mirror and touching your hand and touching yourself and touching your soul is a whole lot easier to visualize. If you don't believe in yourself, then God, you're not following God's plan.
Okay, then the first thing I'm going to say step to do basically is believe in yourself, and then things will follow.
Yes, if you believe in yourself, then
You're
you have a
right.
chance.
Actually, I see that. Yeah.
But then comes the difference between believing in something greater and actually living that belief.
Well, that's up to each one of us where we are, perhaps on our journey. Maybe we've had so much go wrong in our lives that it's hard to see that.
But let me give you an example. You have what's happening in Europe with the war, right? And then he goes and he talks to a bishop or some guy that wears a funny hat, and he says that God said. Here's a human being, a man, saying God said that you're doing the right thing. Really? There ain't nobody that I've ever seen ever that walks on 2 feet. This is why belief in man and belief in spirit are two different things. But I'd rather believe in me first. So
The
then
more
I
you're
can pick
talking,
out
I see
those
that.
that I see that are in a slippery slope to believe in.
Yeah, be true to thyself. That's what I'm hearing too. Be very true. Yes, you're actually changing. Well, not changing
so is
my
it
mind,
harder
but
to
I'm
believe
beginning
in
to
yourself
understand that.
or to believe in something big?
Yeah, I think you have to believe in yourself first, because you have to trust yourself. Because if you don't trust yourself, you're not going to believe there's something else. If yourself believes that, then you're going to believe there is something else. So that is probably I don't know which is the right way around, but
to
that
me
does
is
make
success.
sense, right?
Anything above that is
Yeah.
gravy.
No, it's actually an important subject. It's good.
I know that you have, because you wouldn't be hanging around all this time and all the things that you've been involved in from beginning to end. If you look at the body of work, the body of work shows successfulness in small increments and everything else. You can't do that if you don't believe in yourself.
Well, I often, and I have mentioned this before, I was very stubborn for many, many years because this came.
Was? I'm sorry,
this
what?
came to me later in life.
Was? Is that like past tense?
Well, I'm still learning, Freddie.
Oh, you're still stubborn? Okay, yeah, I
I'm
get it.
still stubborn. But I had to have something, in my mind, it's something that I never thought that I could do, and get that message to believe that there was something more within me, that I had this message. And my goodness, was that thrown at me. I had never painted. I get a message to start to paint, and I'm painting. I get someone in my life who actually said to me and told me my dream that I'd had the night before. So I'm thinking, this is really strange, but it got me to think. But it was later in my life. And then from then onwards, I kept an open mind, and a lot of good things have happened. Plus bad. but-
Life doesn't have a stopwatch for you to learn.
Right.
Well, why don't we take a commercial break? More to come. We're going to talk to Dawn, see who our guests are coming on today. The first standalone episode of Faith Stories. So more to come with that. We're going to take a quick break. Stay tuned, and we'll be right back.
Do you want the opportunity to have a TV show or podcast? Now, at Amp Media Productions, you can host your very own visual broadcast anywhere around the world. With our talented group of creators, we will provide you with show elements, board operations, and any on-screen visuals you'd like to showcase. All you must do is log onto your computer and communicate with your viewers. Contact Amp Media Productions at 866-224-5422 or email hello@amp2.tv to start your own show today.
What if this happened to you when you're alone? Or what if it happened here? With MedGuard Alert, you're never alone. You can connect with medical professionals anywhere, anytime. And now MedGuard is introducing our exclusive new Care Watch. If you need help quickly, use it from anywhere to contact medical professionals. No cell phone required. The Care Watch is not only a life-saving medical alert device, it's a revolutionary health monitoring system that checks your blood pressure, heart rate, oxygen saturation, restoration, and much more. And here's the best part. If you have Medicaid, you may qualify to get your Care Watch for free. The Care Watch is only available through MedGuard Alert. Call us right now. We have monitoring programs starting as low as $1 a day. The call is free, activation is free, shipping is free, and no contract is required. Remember, with Medicaid, you may qualify to get your Care Watch for free. Don't wait. Call us to get your Care Watch right now. Operators are standing by.
Born in Marseille, France, Max Lazega creates whimsical and free-flowing interpretive art. His 40 years in the construction industry created the foundation for his craft. His unique work displays his view of the future with bold and playful combinations of materials and processes, but the methodology remains consistent. He fuses recycled materials and discarded building supplies into a fresh, well-executed approach. Lazega has lived in Miami, Florida most of his life, where he pursues his lifelong passion of creating industrial art. For more information, contact Max Lazega at artworkstudios.org or 786-326-8873. Love the Brooklyn Cafe? Don't miss out on some of the latest merch we have available. Need a new shirt? The Brooklyn Cafe has you covered. We have a variety of shirts in all sizes, ranging from the classic cafe shirt to the highly coveted colorful hot dog shirt. Need something for cold weather? Why not grab one of our cafe hoodies? Or you can snuggle up with one of our soft silk touch fabric blankets. The Brooklyn Cafe has everything you need, from clothing about the show to our signature coffee blends and mugs. Get it while supplies last.
Stephanie Jaffe is a world-renowned artist who creates one-of-a-kind pieces. Using a keen sense of color and composition, her vibrant collages and mosaics integrate eclectic elements such as vintage keepsakes and fine china with blown glass and fired clay to create whimsical arrangements. For more information about her work, come down to the Brooklyn Cafe TV studio or go to stephaniejaffeart.com.
Do you suffer from neuropathy? Maybe you do, and you don't even know it. Do you have numbness, pain, burning, or tingling in your hands and feet? Muscle weakness, loss of balance, muscle twitching? Are you not sleeping? Does it feel like pins and needles in your hands and feet? Maybe you don't even have any feeling at all. These symptoms can make life unbearable, but there is help at the Lighthouse Medical Center. Call 754-222-6642 for a no-charge consultation and say goodbye to your neuropathy symptoms. That is 754-222-6642, or visit us online at lighthousemedicalcenter.com.
You've been watching the Brooklyn Cafe Show. Join us each day and after hours as we talk about the hot topics to open the conversations and share a few laughs. Now, back to Dawn and Freddie S.
Never thought I'd ever make it. I can't believe the hell I've been through. Couldn't see the light at the end of the tunnel. I didn't know what to do. I've been through the rain, I've been through the fire. There was something This world can be so cold and so heartless. It's hard to find your way alone. Used to run so fast, no one could catch me. I couldn't find my way back home. Well, I've laughed, I've cried, I've almost died, but my broken heart just never knew I had an angel on my shoulder with a plan for me divine. Got to be an angel on my shoulder who was right there all the time. Everybody needs someone to cling to with an unchanging love. I finally found a hand to hold on to, a shelter to run to. Now I see He's watching over me. Got an angel on my shoulder with a plan for me divine. Got to be an angel on my shoulder who was right there, right there, right there, right there all the time. Got to be an angel, an angel, an angel, an angel who was right there all the time.
Baxton's TikTok? Once upon a time, there was a,
Why did you put it on there?
magical genie.
Why don't you put it on there so everybody can drink from your wine of knowledge?
Is it ever know that there's one day in the year that you have a ton of friends that have the same birthday?
No.
Anyone else? Yeah, no. Like today, I know probably 5 people that have birthdays. Really? And I woke up this morning because I don't even know what day it is. They tell me, oh, it's April 3rd. I'm like, okay. I start texting.
This is simply
It seems
because
like-
Helen said that she was going to have a ton of people from her yesteryears come to her. So I guess this is happening.
No, not at all. It was just, I know a lot of people whose birthday happens to be on April 3rd. And I thought, because in my aging age that I am, I think of something, I'm going to do it, and then it's gone. I don't know where that thought goes, but it goes into like that. That like bubble orb. And then I think about it again. What? Exactly. I think about it again, and I don't do it because whatever happens, like Easter. I forgot to wish people a happy Easter. And it's April 3rd. I'm like, oh, sorry, I missed Easter. I don't know what happened. So when I
That's not
remember
true.
things,
You
I
knew
try
it
and
was
do.
Easter because
But
you
I
had
forgot.
a party.
Well, I know, but I wasn't thinking in terms of Easter. I was thinking in terms of I had to do what I had to do for people
Or
in
you
my
just
house.
thought it was a regular Sunday.
No, I mean, I knew it was Easter. I just didn't text people.
Didn't
Like I
she
should have
just say she
texted
forgot it
you.
was Easter?
Like I should have texted people Happy Easter, and I didn't, and I should have. So
You didn't even wish me a happy Easter.
I did wish a Happy Easter. I
Well,
sent you a
then
Bitmoji
your
in the
whole
morning.
argument goes right out the window.
But it was like at 6 in the morning, and then once the day started, it goes like bing. Anyway, I got to know a lot of people with birthdays.
So we have a little something that we want to give you because you forgot Happy Easter. So here is story time, Tally.
All
You
right.
want to play it? Let's put
Once
it in.
upon a time, there was a magical genie
who had no hands
and no feet.
Donald Duck. I don't know. Donald Duck and the genie make babies.
The babies look like Baxter.
The end.
Jay and I are like, what? And there you have it. That's the content of today from the cafe.
It's a telephone story time. So like one person starts it and then the next picks it up. And
Yeah,
keep going.
I thought that's what y'all were doing because it's like you can become very funny because people just go off in so many different directions.
But you need a longer snake for this thing to be more effective, no? It's very strange. You like that? Of course, you were part of its creation.
That was all Baxton.
I know, but you had a shout out for creative thoughts.
Okay.
Shout out. See, you took her email and you got all
Twisted?
twisted.
Well, her email was twisting.
I looked at your email and thought, thank you for putting a fire into my butt, because for all week I've been telling you I'm going to do these things and hadn't done them. So it was like, that's where, oh, by the way, that's where I was going with that thought process. Phew. Thank you for reeling me back in. I had to do the things that were on that email because we had talked about it, and I sat down this morning and I actually started
No, the
doing some of
email
those.
was fine. It was the last paragraph, not the email. The email was spectacular.
The last
What did I say
paragraph
in the last
reminded me of
paragraph?
things I needed to do.
It was just all the things that we talked about. Me and Dawn talked yesterday, and I was like, hey,
Don't send me
can
the
we
email
recap?
because- Don't send me the email because that threw me for a loop. I didn't
Because
sleep
I
all
knew I
night.
had to do all those things.
Me and Dawn had already talked about it. I just sent it to you too
Don't send it
to
to
be
me.
nice. Okay.
Don't
I'll
do
keep it
it.
between me and Dawn
That's
next
very
time.
diligent because you're recapping everything you guys talked about and
That's
kept you
what
in the
I
loop.
said,
That's
and
all
now
she
he's
was
Right,
doing.
so I knew I
me.
had to come in today and do those things. And so
I
I
didn't
started.
even know what the hell they were talking about.
He got all twisted and said, did you see the end of this email? So I'm thinking it's an emergency, so I'm reading
I didn't
it.
think it was
First of
anything
all,
bad.
first of all, hold on. I didn't say, did you see the end of this email? That's not what I said. I said, read the end of the email.
Yes, you
That's
did.
what I said. And then you said, oh, yeah, okay. So it was like you knew what she was talking about.
100%.
We talked about it earlier that
Well, why
day.
didn't you tell me?
You know, when you're in school, and it just came to me, you tell somebody something, and then they repeat it, and then they repeat it. Guess when it's got to the seventh person, it's no, it's
Yeah,
not
but they
even that.
didn't
It's
tell
totally
me at all.
different.
Forget about the seventh
That's
person.
what was coming to me. I
Because it's the
thought,
details
well,
that
the
you
fourth.
don't deal with in the studio.
Well, now I don't deal with the details.
I didn't
those
word
details.
it fluffy. I said like the bare bones, what
Right,
needed to
right.
be said, and then Freddie got upset. Because when
I
I
didn't
read
get
it back and I
upset.
was like, I understand.
Freddie
how he
gets
could be
upset?
mad.
Freddie gets upset.
Like we have certain roles in the studio. You were dealing with
It's how
one of
you
your
say
main
it.
roles of a situation y'all day yesterday that I don't deal with that role. I deal with my role. We all have like not even gender roles, like job roles of what we all do in the studio.
Right.
And you're the master of what you were
I'm
dealing
still
with
trying to figure
yesterday.
out what the hell you're talking about. I don't.
If you don't reel me back in, I'm going to remember it again.
Eventually you do. Eventually.
Anyway, Dawn, who are your guests today?
Oh, I'm so excited. We have, let's see, Linda Cucci. She wrote the Hands of Love book.
You know,
And
I love that name.
Hands of
Cucci?
Love.
Coochie Coochie, the hand.
I know, I love her name too. Cucci, Cucci.
I knew that was coming.
You know what?
I knew.
It's about an hour
She
into
writes,
the show.
and
We're
what's
gonna
the book
find
she
that
writes?
clip.
Hands of Love.
Hands of Love, the
Hands
Coochie
of
Coochie
Love.
girl.
And then Allegra Spalding did the artwork. And then Anne Monaco Pearson, or AKA Michelle, did the music. So it all ties together, and it's really interesting how God had put this into their inner spirit, and how it's awesome. You got to come back at 3, take a break, get something to eat, and come back and join me, because I know you will have an amazing, you will be touched.
But her
really
name is not
touched.
Michelle.
How are you going to get all this in 30 minutes?
We will.
I know you
Her
will.
name is not Michelle.
No, her name is Anne.
Her name's Anne. Trust
Yeah.
me,
Just kept
I've
calling
had
her
many
Michelle.
conversations with the 3 of them, and they've been interviewed before, so they know how to keep it more concise. You know, so yeah, it's 30 minutes. We got some sponsors we got to show, and you know, we're good.
You got a great producer on it, so she's
I
got
know.
you good.
Hello. I have to say, Grace is so incredibly awesome.
No, you should have seen her email.
I'm sorry I wasn't in the loop.
I'll send it to you. I say I'll see you in it.
No, she is absolutely amazing. She makes everything work for me.
That's not coming from up there.
Police, open up.
Somebody's on the
FBI.
roof?
Uh-oh.
No, it's Baxter going to the bathroom.
Turning in the bathroom.
So yeah, those are my 3 guests for today.
It's going to be fantastic.
Yep.
Michelle's going to open up with music.
Yep.
Michelle.
What do you keep
Ann.
calling Michelle?
I'm not going to say that name anymore because then you're going to call her Michelle.
Well, I don't
Ann.
like calling her
that a
Michelle. I think
No,
I
her
got it
name's
from you.
Ann.
I got Ann. I got
Maybe
artist,
she was Michelle
and
in
I
a
got
past
Coochie
life.
Coochie.
I'm sorry?
Maybe her name was Michelle in a past life. I don't know.
She seems like a Michelle.
See?
No, her
No,
name
she
is
doesn't.
Ann.
Because my ex-wife is Michelle. She doesn't seem anything like a Michelle, please.
No.
But there's Michelle, and then there's Michelle.
So what do you think led you to this success to get to this point? Because, right, it's your first show.
Me bothering her.
I believe that God has wanted me to do this in this time that we're living in because there's a lot of darkness that's out there. And I want to direct people to Him because He gives you hope. And that's where you need to look, my opinion. And I feel that because you guys were willing to work with me, you allowed me to do something that like you said, we have nothing like this. And I love that you gave me that opportunity to do this in this platform because I think it's needed in this time. And I think that's why I'm successful in it. Yeah.
That'd be great. We need to do a few details. We need to create a logo.
Right. I got to think about that, huh?
Think about a logo, because Faith Stories is too big to put down in the bottom corner of.
You know what I'm thinking? I might ask Allegra to create something for me.
Oh, that would be wonderful.
Yeah.
How's she doing? A logo, Grace.
She's amazing. I went to see her last week, spent like 3 hours with her. Oh my goodness, it was powerful.
Oh, she was going to work on healing some of your pain.
Yes. I have to go back. I had
It's going to be a logo of her because she only paints herself.
No. It's got to be. I understand what you're saying, so we have to figure out that logo. Yeah. So I think I'll ask her to work on it because then she'll get it directly from the big guy upstairs, and it'll be awesome.
That's fantastic. So she helped you?
Yes. Well, we're in the midst of.
Okay.
I had a window of a few hours with no pain, and then I woke up the next morning with pain, and so we talked about it, and she said, "Okay, you need to come back, and we're gonna work on the words and how that hangs over you, and that, yeah, it's really just a powerful thing that she does. I'm so blown away, and I'm excited to see because she says now things are gonna really open up for you, and I'm like, yes, I love it. So, yeah.
Do you think past traumas cause pain and discomfort and disease? I was listening to a podcast this morning, and then once we acknowledge it, we can release it.
I think it's a little bit deeper than that.
I don't know. I'm just asking. I don't know why
I think
this
it's a
is
little
in my
bit
head.
deeper than that. There's things that get attached to you through generational curses. So it's so much more in depth than that. And once you release those and have pray over that, then it gets released. So yeah, that's.
Jay, what do you think? You're shaking your head. Yes. You think? I saw like at the corner of my eye, she's shaking her head. Yes. So now
I was just agreeing. Yeah,
Okay.
I think so.
Triggers.
Yeah, of course.
Sometimes
You
it's tough to
actually
think.
mentioned past lives, so you know what I'm going to say. Obviously, I do believe that. I think we carry on certain things in our lives until we release it. I don't know if anybody is aware of Many Masters, Many Lives, the guy that wrote that. And of course, he wasn't a believer until he started hypnotizing people, and they went back through trauma into previous lives. Once that came out, he's can't remember his name right now. He's very well known. Wayne.
It wasn't
no,
Wayne Dyer.
It wasn't
He's
Wayne
another one,
Dyer.
but I know who you mean.
He was amazing. Many Masters, Many Lives. And
But
I actually opened up.
everything you do has to do with something you've learned.
But you may not remember a
walking,
past
you were
life.
talking.
Right.
It's not necessarily
Well, you don't
remembering. I mean, you don't remember to breathe. You breathe.
It's automatic, right? Well,
you
hopefully.
don't remember to walk. You walk. But there are so many things that in your past lives that occurred. Some good, some not so good. And the not so goods are triggered into reality. And the next thing you know, other things begin to happen to your stomach. Other things begin to happen to your thyroid, to your jaw. There are parts of the body that respond to
Keep
certain
going.
triggers.
You've sort of done every trigger I've got so far. I'm sure there's more.
Brian Weiss. The name of the author
Thyroid,
was
headache, shoulder.
Brian Weiss. Brian Weiss.
Brian Weiss, yes.
Sorry, I had to interrupt you. But yes, we're not always aware. Sometimes we can get a pain in our leg, and we didn't fall.
Even
but-
trains of thought. Do you know that sometimes you'll come up with saying something, and you can't remember where you heard it, but you heard it, and you learned it, and you haven't forgotten it. And then you end up using it appropriately, because it's not the lesson only learned, it's the lesson you teach.
Absolutely.
I remember when I was growing up in 10th grade, 11th grade, 12th grade, I went to a Catholic school, and I went to the principal, who was a priest. And I asked him, why did Jesus say, God, why have you forsaken me on the cross? And he gave me this story that I couldn't even begin to explain to you what the hell he was talking about. It was just very confusing. So that has always been with me. When I was an altar boy, I used to ask the priest, and it says, when you get older, you'll understand it. So to me, that just meant they don't know what the hell the answer to that question is either, at the time. And then this is always conjured, the same thing. Now they say it's a psalm that he was singing, which is a real strange moment of his life to come up with that. So I learned a lesson that what I believe it means is my message, if that makes sense.
Well, it's like with anything, interpreting. That's why there's so many interpretations of the Bible or the Old Testament, whatever you're going to call it. That's why some people believe one way. That's why certain people eat kosher versus not, right? You believe in the Bible.
But then you have to take...
But you're not kosher.
But you got to take that word believe, and you got to raise it, because among all of us, we all have beliefs. So it's the trick to appreciate your belief and to respect your belief.
Respect it, right.
100%.
But the trick here is, can you? Because apparently human beings can't get along with one another.
I don't know. Well, I think we all have triggers, and apparently I've got so many of my kids are like, Mom, you need to go to therapy. You got way too many triggers for even us to help you. And I said, I didn't ask for you guys to help me. You asked for the conversation, so I'm talking to you. I'm not here to dump on you or to ask for your advice.
But there's the interpretation. There is exactly what we just said.
Right. So they think I need to go to therapy because it's too much for them, but it wasn't meant for them to take it on.
Right.
Well, you do need to go to therapy, but that's a different...
I'm going to disagree. She doesn't need to go to
no.
therapy.
You're right. She needs a multiple of therapies.
You know the problem for me to go to therapy is I would have to be honest.
You would start arguing
be
with
honest, that's part of it.
She's going to argue with the therapist. Well, you don't know what you're talking about.
No, because what happens is I'm not good about talking about myself.
No.
So even when I go to the doctor, next thing I know is, and how are you feeling today? And now I got the doctors texting me how they're feeling for the day.
Oh my
And then I feel guilty if I tell them if I need help for something. I'm like, wait, you got to switch
not-
that mindset. They're here to be your doctor. You are not here for them for
She
their
goes to the
therapy.
doctor, and now the doctor wants to know if she should take these meds. I've never seen anything so weird in my life.
Which is why I know if I went for therapy, I'd end up being the therapist to the
This is a
therapist.
true story.
Yes.
About 10 years ago, I did go for therapy. I was having a situation in my life. But I went there and I was telling him a little of my story, of what had happened. I mean, I'm further into the story. We changed places. I was behind the desk and he was listening.
And
It's
I know
true.
that would happen.
Yeah, absolutely true.
You got to
He
find
said,
the
I
right
need to listen to
therapist
this. Yeah, you got to find a balance.
You need a therapist that doesn't need a therapist.
Well, you need to find a therapist that won't allow that. That's the thing. It's
yeah, this is true.
You know what it is? Sometimes you meet somebody and you're on the same level, and it's easy to talk to them. So all of a sudden, what starts out this way goes this way. And then the question is, she raises the question. And the way Dawn does it is just amazing, because I've seen her do it, I don't know, 500 million times. She'll ask a question, and all of a sudden that will trigger it off. And
Whole conversation.
And the conversation goes in, and she loves to have conversations. You know, but they're always gentle. And it's the one thing I gotta admit, the difference between her and I is I'm not gentle, and she is.
Yeah, but that's why you two make a good team.
Well, sometimes.
No, I came
We
in and I
argue.
said your chemistry is unbelievable.
We
It's
argue,
great.
that's because you ain't
you
seen
went-
the bad side.
What, me?
No, I've seen the
No,
bad
of us.
side a little bit. No, it's
You
still
seen the
good. Your
argument?
bad
You
side
have
is still
not.
good.
Well, that happens though, because you're business partners.
We don't
so-
really argue. We just have heated discussions.
Right, right.
That's
Oh,
important.
no, we argue.
See, even their point of view.
I
there
think
is
that's
good.
that's healthy though. There's nothing wrong with that.
2 points of view sometimes.
Yeah.
It's just a
2
little-
ways to get to the end goal.
Well, it's just a little perplexing the way she thinks sometimes. That's all. I'm still a guy, so guys think differently than
Right.
women.
Yeah, right.
Venus and
100%.
Mars and all that
I
business.
think guys are much more analytical. A to B, B to C. Me, there's a whole lot of gray. But you're not always a straight line.
I'm never a straight line.
So most guys are like straight line. They're very, but you're not like that.
I can't afford to be that way, Dawn, because you are all over the place sometimes.
Right.
Yeah, if I was a straight line, forget about it. It would never work.
That is
That's true.
absolutely true.
That's
I
so
know.
true.
But you
Depends
know,
on my
people
mood.
in general, you can't be a straight line because you walk in and maybe you're not feeling well. That's a different you. The next day you
100%.
come and you're feeling great. That's a different you. Your dog ate your homework. Different you. I got no car on my gas. I got a flat tire. It's a different you.
Sure.
I look back now on some of the things I did when raising my kids and what would upset them. And and the kids will tell me stories, and they're the most silliest things that were so important then
Right.
that are like so not important now. But at the time, you just thought, or they thought, this was really like life changing for them.
Yeah.
So if I can put that in perspective now, that in 30 years, if I look back and I say, gosh, that was really so not important that I spent so much time worrying about that I don't even remember it now.
Right.
Change of perspective.
Not important.
A different mindset. You have to shift your mind.
Right.
But experience gives you that. When you see something
Sure.
and you learn from that, you do change. Not all at once, but I think it's a gradual process. I mean, as you
Appreciate
get
what you have,
older,
right.
maybe you are really wiser.
So
People
are
say
you going
that.
through the change? Is that
So
what
I'm
you're
very wise. I'm very
Me?
wise. I got older.
She's very wise.
saying? Why are you going through the change? Because going through the change is
Been
one
there,
thing.
done that. I'm on another change.
Not going back, right?
How many changes do we go through? Maybe 4 or 5.
Well, I'm on my 6th and last.
Right now, your granddaughter's getting married, and
Yeah, it's her
exciting
birthday
things
coming up in
happening.
April. The 8th of April is her birthday.
On the
Yeah,
eclipse?
No, the 9th. It's not the day of the
Right after the
9th,
eclipse.
yeah. Yeah,
Again,
she's,
no
no
coincidence.
date set. I
They
said
should,
when.
they
She- I'm
should
not
stop
in a
that
hurry.
whole wedding till next month. That's all I got to tell you.
Is
No,
she
she's
in
not-
England or is she
No,
here?
she's in Baltimore.
Oh,
yeah, no,
okay,
she was
cool.
born in America.
Okay,
yeah,
good.
yeah.
Stop that wedding till next month. That's all I got to tell
No,
you.
she's not going to get, she's in no hurry.
Yeah, right. The things that you thought were so important. Aaron was telling us a story. He says he remembers when he got his first cavity and he locked himself in the bathroom. He was afraid to tell Chuck he got a cavity. And I looked at him. He says, "Don't you remember that story?" No. But apparently, who remembers a story like that? I
But
don't
you're
remember.
supposed to say yes.
I don't remember him getting his first cavity.
So there you have the first trigger. So when he gets older in life, he says, I remember my mother forgot about me.
His first, I remember him throwing up at the dentist all the time. There was always a change of clothes in the car because they were just like
Just
gagged.
say yes. Yes, I remember
But anyway,
that.
so that was a trigger. Apparently, that's a big thing for him was that first cavity.
That's
So,
That's
right? So who knows what's going to be like when his kid has the tooth fairy going to come? I don't know.
I remember the first time I took Freddie to the dentist, and the dentist touched the tooth with the drill. He went, hold on a second. He ran out of the dentist with the thing on, out the door, running 100 miles an hour home.
But I mean, it was stressful at the time trying to rein him in, and now I think back and I just laugh because the silly things, the unimportant things, right? And here you go. So it's the silly things that make up life.
Hey, this is silly. That's very traumatic.
Right?
It's pain. All pains. Your first love, when they break up with you.
Remember your first love?
Yeah.
Remember your first love?
Me? You?
Either one of you.
Anyone.
Dawn doesn't.
I do, yeah. I
And
do.
Joy said, nah, put that to the side.
Out of my mind, baby.
No, I remember my first love.
You do?
I was
Did you
only
marry
2
him?
years old. No, I'm just
Oh.
joking.
You were 2?
I'm joking.
You were 2, you said?
No, of course not. That was a joke.
You remember yours?
I don't know if it's really happened yet.
No.
Yeah, she's
Good
still
answer.
very young, so she has time.
I was
She's
12.
not too young.
You're 12? Your first love was 12. Oh, are we going back to grade school?
Or you can go all the way
Oh,
back.
hello. There was this boy in elementary, his name, I'll never forget his name, Mike Whiskers. Shut up. Hysterical. No, I mean, seriously.
You were in love with the whiskers.
And this is how he like told me he liked me. He got a ring and he put it on my lunch tray and I spilled everything. And yeah, so we went out for a couple weeks. So yeah.
Sounds so funny what the
Mike
boys have to
Whiskers.
go through.
I was in love with a girl named Vashti, And she was in the 5th grade.
Beautiful
and she
name.
was a little bit, what's
That
the
was the
word?
Queen of Purim. Queen Vashti.
Well, no, she was
I
no
thought you
queen
said
of
the
nothing.
queen
She
of
was
porn.
she was a,
Purim, not Purim.
I thought you
Purim.
said
In
porn.
Freddie's world, maybe the queen of porn. I don't know.
She's diverse. She
Went
takes me in a different
went over
direction.
his head.
So she was a little bit stacked up on top. So anyway, so we're playing
In the
football,
fifth grade.
two-hand touch, and oops, I didn't mean to hit her there. It just happened. And she got violent on me and started to beat the crap out of me.
Probably because someone
from the Bronx.
else
How
did.
old were you? How old were you?
In the 5th grade, whatever that is.
I don't know. We
10?
had
Like
classes
10,
in
11.
So I'm ducking I'm crying because she hit me in the nose. I'm bleeding. So I said to her,
wasn't
that
about
was
you,
an
though, Freddie.
accident.
That was something.
No, so my friend comes home and he says, she likes you. And meanwhile, I'm having tissue in my nose. I have a black eye. She likes me. What are you talking about? She just beat the crap out of me. I'm telling you, bro, she likes you. So the next day, she brought me a flower and said, I'm so sorry. And we dated. She liked me. What is wrong with women, man? They beat you to death.
That's usually the boy that does that.
To
not
get
the
your
girl,
attention.
right?
She hit me so hard. I'm going to tell you, I'll never forget that. I'll forget it. But it's because we were playing two-hand touch.
And you went for her chest.
Well, you couldn't miss it. You couldn't miss it. She was,
Dawn's your best audience.
Okay, Freddie.
What am I supposed to do, Dawn? Say, listen, while you're running, can you turn around so I hit you in the back?
We believe you. Okay, we believe you.
Now, he's a boy.
You never had like an accident where you hit somebody in the testosterone or something?
No.
Never?
Excuse me, I slipped and I landed on your. No.
No, not you slipped and landed on you. What's the matter with you? Like you hit him or something. Play fighting. You never hit accidentally anybody? You never hit Chuck in the nose or nothing?
No.
Never?
No.
Never.
No.
You
Yeah,
have.
but girls don't do that kind of stuff.
They
I mean,
do.
not all girls. Let me put it that way.
You never hit a guy?
I used to. It's funny. I used to like, if I laugh and you're sitting next to me, I used to hit.
I've done that to
people.
you, and you
You
go,
did that.
ow.
You did the
No,
get out
I
thing?
hit, and if I was drinking at the time, I've actually knocked people off their chairs.
I heard you gave a guy a black eye. You hit him so hard.
No.
You were laughing. You went like this. and you hit
No,
him.
that's
No?
so not true. I never gave anybody a black eye.
Change of perspectives is what it is.
Women are vicious animals.
No, we're not.
Yes. They hit you, they smack you, and then you can't hit them back. You can't smack them back. You just got to
cannot.
take the abuse. It's raining
It's
hits.
like working with me, I know. All right, ready to wrap this up?
Yes, we're going to be
Time
seeing
for Faith Stories coming up today at 3 o'clock. We're going to get all the final details. I think Grace is hard at work back there, working on the finishing touches. More to come.
Where did
Sally,
Grace go?
back
Is
there
she
in
writing
the
another
office.
letter?
She's in the office. She's in the content creation area. We should put a crystal back there for, Zen content creation. They all sit back there to create content. It must be like a good vibe or something.
Is there like a vibe or something happening there?
This is a good corner.
It's a good corner?
Yeah.
See that?
Yeah, there's no cameras over here.
Who knew? That corner didn't exist.
No, there is a camera. I'm sorry to tell you. Underneath the TV, there is a camera. I just haven't loaded it yet.
Sally, thanks for joining us again today.
Thank you for having me here in the studio.
What's
It's
the
become my
secret?
second home.
Always. The
Maybe
secret
my-
to your success.
Hopefully it's not going to be my first home.
It's not always
You
all right.
keep talking and it might be. Keep talking, lady. Keep
Have a
talking.
great afternoon, everyone. Stay safe. Be kind to each other. We'll see you at 3 o'clock for Faith Stories.
Don't be late.
Well, that's about it for today. Even though the show's over, the Broken Cafe is always open for business. You're invited to join the fun every day from 12 to 2. If you missed some of the laughs from today, Dawn and Freddie S. will bring you more good cheer next time. You can follow the Brooklyn Cafe on Facebook at the Brooklyn Cafe TV to rewatch every minute of the show. We'll see you next time.